be honest, man. This is it. Like, this, nothing else needs to be said. Jerry Carteret has an opportunity here, just like the great Buster Douglas did. He is at a severe disadvantage. Is there anybody that legitimately thinks, seriously, that they would bet their money on Jerry Carteret? I know it's a hot take. Right? Hey, Jerry's going to beat him. Jerry can get in that position, outlast him. Whatever you say, because you know it's completely okay for you to be dead wrong. No one's going to judge you if you're dead wrong. And the potential accolades that you could receive by calling it early. I told you Jerry was going to win. Man, I want to know someone that will put their money on Jerry Carteret. And all I mean by that, it just doesn't, it's not to downgrade Jerry, it's to show the world how big of a deal it fucking is that if he somehow does this. I mean, listen, you talk about he don't need to do anything more.
And you're right.
Every family member in his whole fucking lineage will say, that's my guy. Every American, every arm wrestling American will 100% become a 100% Jerry Carteret fan, follower. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. This is huge. I wonder if Jerry is stronger than he has ever been. Because listen, one can argue that if he builds upon what he did with Alex, he has to be in that realm. Mm-hmm. I mean, is Alex terrible?
No.
Alex would have to be terrible for Jerry not to be the strongest he's ever been when we saw what he did to Alex. It was crazy awesome. So, man, I tell you, Jerry Carteret, if you're listening, my goodness, what an opportunity that you have, not just for yourself and your family, but for all of us. Because there ain't one person that's going to put up their $1,000 of their money. And I shouldn't even say $1,000, because some people, that ain't no money. You let me find out who you are, what you are worth, and I will tell you the number that you are not willing to bet on Jerry. Because you don't think Jerry's going to win. You hope he's going to win.
Right. So, hey, so since you're on that subject, so there's some
what numbers. Subject? We've only talked about one thing.
Well, there's a numbers for you, because I'm looking at arm bet on people who have bet money so far on Levon and Jerry, right? And everybody else in the court who's available. Levon is sold out. Jerry is getting bought out, but it's kind of far from the half.
Right, but it's an amount of money that would go along with you, kind of stepping out of the realm, right? Because I would bet someone $20.
Okay.
I ain't saying I'll pay them, but I will bet a person $20 that Jerry wins. What I'm not doing is going to put $2,500 on Jerry, because I think I can double up. You don't even have to, like, you know how many of us think somebody's going to win and not the other person? Like, this is very 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. For a lot of matches. This is not one of them. Let's make no mistake about it. As the severe underdog as you could possibly be.
Yeah, what are the actual chances here, in your opinion? What are we talking about?
Low chances, right?
Well, 80,
10%, 10%, 10%.
90-10. 90-10.
I mean, listen, all your eyes have to tell you that Devin cracked Hermes. Hermes cracks Jerry. Levon cracks Devin. Devin cracks Jerry. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, somewhere there, Hermes cracks Levon.
Can you crack someone when you're down 4-0?
Well, I mean, hey, you're giving it around, right?
I know. I'm just
you got
saying.
caught
I
up
mean,
in
listen.
that. You're not going to take that.
If that's what you have on me, is like, hey, you're the man. You're the man. You're the man. No, you're not the man. I slowed you down after I lost.
Listen, man, if I'm looking at you around 3 and the guy in the wheelchair splashing water in you, I already know you don't have that much respect in your own country, okay?
Now, listen, I will give you this, though. Would it have been worse if the guy wasn't in a wheelchair?
It would have been not
worse.
as worse,
no,
sure.
It would have been worse. Because then you would have wondered why. The only thing that you wonder why Levon didn't whip that guy's ass is because he was in a wheelchair. Right? I mean, that's the only reason. So I'm saying, thank God he was in a wheelchair.
Right. Yeah.
Not you a straight punk. You should have whipped that guy's ass anyway. But let's get back to the heart. The heart of the subject is severe underdog. Severe. Listen, there are 5 arm wrestlers at least that Jerry could be arm wrestling besides Levon that you might put Jerry as the underdog.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Right? Jerry still ain't been able to beat Michael Todd, I don't think. They just pull for half hours at a time, and Michael always ends up winning. Right?
Oh, something of sorts, yeah.
Yeah, like Vitaly and Jerry. That's 50-50. Hermes and Jerry. I mean, it's only 50-50 because you don't think Jerry was the Jerry he could be that day.
Well, you're not gonna tell me that you put Gennady and Jerry together again. It's not gonna be a war of some kind.
Yeah, kinda, but I also think that could be a good one for Jerry. Meaning, not that he wins or loses, but that he's the favorite going in there. Gotcha. I could be wrong, but listen, this is just my opinion. Gennady, what have you done lately? What you've done is you took some time off. You came back. You did not look as awesome, but that's because maybe Michael Todd was more awesome. There is also something to be said there. If Michael Todd's the greatest he's ever been, like he claims, well, then Gennady's better too, because that was close. If you're the same old Michael Todd, right, which is awesome, then Gennady comes back in and he's not quite there where he was at the present time. And sometimes you can never be where you were, ever, because it takes a bunch of circumstances. The other person's got to be hungry too. You know, everything has to happen for, and then we think about Gennady's wars with Jerry, Michael, and Devin, and the fact that Jerry, Michael, and Devin all believe they have to be way better than that to do what they want to do. Gennady, as blessed as he is a stepping stone for Levon, right? It's not far reaching. It's not condescending. It just shows you know that Levon is the dude. That's why this is such a tremendous, unfucking believable task that Jerry Carteret almost impossible to climb. But if he does, he's the fucking man. He's the man. Let me tell you how much of a man he is already for getting the match. There are no Americans that can get that match except for Jerry Carteret. Nobody wants to see Levon and Michael today. Michael's got to show something. Michael's got to do more, right? He's got to beat somebody else. He's going to have to beat Hermes. That's what he's got to do.
I don't know if we have even seen that. Even like I think people still want to see that in the first place.
Levon and Michael.
Yeah.
Me too. Let's see if the card, whatever it takes, right? whatever
Yeah.
it takes to get the cardio
I
involved.
see what you're saying. Yeah, it could, Michael might need another 1 or 2.
Well, they ain't might. There ain't no might. It's a fact. Just send this thing to England right now. It's already in the work. Michael and Gennady are about to pull for a chance to get back to this holy grail. The truth is Jerry Carteret has the match. He got the match. Devin, Jerry, the two dudes that are able to get the match with this guy.
Well, and before who was the first person, Tim Brasden or Dave Chafee? People have got a match with Levon
Did
before.
Dave Chafee pull Levon too?
She did, and Tim Brasden has too.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Tim Brasden was a dumbass that went over there to the top 8 and let all of them kill him. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. That was just Tim got that contract because of everybody else was under contract and there was nobody else. He had to go.
Yeah, but
yeah, I got you. I'm just saying, like in this day and age, with the money,
I'm just kind of giving you a backstory. But yeah,
I mean, there's a new era of arm wrestling, and I don't know when it happened. You know, it wasn't King of the Table 1, or it wasn't East versus West 1. It was somewhere, I don't know which match it was, but one of those matches became abundantly clear that we got enough money to run this thing. Whatever that was, East versus West 9, 13, somewhere in there, all of a sudden, anybody that gets a match for the undisputed gauntlet baddest motherfucker ever, you gotta be a bad dude. Jerry Carteret, ladies and gentlemen, what if he does it? Not only if he does it, the dramatic circumstances in which it's clear it would have to happen in that way, right? The way is that Levon uncomfortably fouls, trying to finish him early, puts himself in a position where he has to really be careful with that elbow. It keeps coming off the back. He's not fluent at his transitions. He's not Michael Todd. He's not going from here to here like a ballerina, right? My man's laying out there like Georgie Fetkoff, right? Let's be honest, that's what we're looking for. Then we're looking for him in round 3 and 4 to stop the elbow coming off the back, plant that elbow, and not be able to finish. To start breathing weird, for Jerry to hold on, broke arm position, red face, purple tongue hanging out, completely on the red line. What if it happens? It will be dramatic as well.
So do you think at some point, so does that a ladder up to Jerry just getting like a nice clean press at the very end?
Oh,
no
yeah.
resistance.
Definitely. With your boy over there I mean, you gotta have oxygen for this guy now, right?
Right.
Oxygen for both athletes. Listen, Jerry has been where Levon was in that 5th round with Hermes. It's just Jerry does not quit. Jerry dies, comes back to life in the same event. He goes hard. He does not care. I just don't know. I mean, there's a chance that Levon never, if he just never moves from the center, that Jerry will pin himself. Just no chance, right? Like, because if I stay there and you try to come in with that shit, you'll just keep sliding down my forearm. I'm totally blocked right here. You cannot. Now, once I give you that little lane where you could put that shoulder between my shoulder and my hand, that's when we got problems. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see, does Levon have a level of understanding or does he not need it? He can, like, listen, great example of this match is Vitali and Camille. Jabluff. All right. Now listen, what I'm saying. There is a situation. Now, I don't know if this is now. There's this could be a bad analogy as well because Levon may be way stronger than Jerry. Vitaly was just a little bit stronger than Camille, right? But the truth is there was a spot that Camille can push this motherfucker down. If we start in this certain spot, I can beat your ass, right? I saw that, right? Now, also, you can be so awesome like Vitaly that you don't have to pull with technique. You can just use your regular, your normal lane, and you can still barely win, which is what I feel happened. I'm not taking anything from Vitaly. All I'm saying is that shit was close.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was close. Jerry wants that, he needs to have that same approach. He hopefully feels that he can beat Levon. If he puts his shoulder in there and Levon is out here and Levon is trying to just normally side pressure top roll him, that he runs out of room out the back, has to plant the elbow, doesn't have the side pressure to finish. Right? That all of that is in play. There's an opportunity like Vitaly that you don't have to do it scientifically like I did with Jerry, change everything that I am doing to combat what you're doing. You don't have to do it like that, but it leaves the door open. It leaves the door open for you making the same mistakes that, listen, 50 dudes thought they could beat Jerry Carteret. If did it correctly, probably could have, but did not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Jerry Carteret, what a tremendous opportunity you have. I'm sorry if I am under the belief that you have no fucking chance.
Yeah, it just requires so much power, right, to just be able to do your regular thing without being needed.
Yeah, it's just like you watch Gary Goodrich pull Jerry Carteret back in the day, right? And he just does it wrong, but he's just too strong for Jerry.